He has a handout, right?
No.
Oh, you don't? No? Oh, hang on. Everybody get a handout, please. If you read this, you'll kind of understand what I want you to do.
Got to wash the presentation.
Yeah, wash. No heckling, please.
Oh,
Save that till the end.
Sorry.
Okay, does everybody have one now?
No.
Oh, sorry. Hi.
Hi.
Come in. Handout. Nice timing. Okay, so just hang on a little bit. Let me get this set up. Okay, right. Thank you for coming to my presentation on how not to give a presentation. My name is David Barker, and I'm the owner of BTB Press. And BTB stands for Back to Basics, and we are in room 36, and it's Saturday, 13th October. And also I teach at Gifu University Faculty of Education, and there's my email address for anybody who's interested. So this is my presentation about how not to do a presentation. And as some of you may have noticed, it actually started a few minutes ago. In the presentation, I'm going to be introducing you to the products of my publishing company, BTB Press. Okay, hang on. I need just wait a second. Where have I put it? What's this? Okay, so I would like to say right at the beginning that I intend this to be a light-hearted look at some of the pitfalls that all of us risk falling into whenever we give a presentation. The mistakes are ones that I've seen again and again and again in countless presentations, including my own. So I've just realized there's a spelling mistake. That says lick. It should be like. I'm sorry, to be honest, I prepared this presentation at 1 o'clock this morning. I was out drinking until 12, and you know what that's like, so you might spot a couple of mistakes in them. Okay, thank you.
Where is it going? Disappeared.
Okay, the format of the presentation. I'm just going to introduce the format of the presentation and tell you what I'm going to do. Okay, so first I'm going to present for about 20 minutes, and then I hope you're going to take notes on both the slides and the way I'm presenting as you watch. And then the audience is going to work in groups to prepare notes for approximately 10 minutes. And then we'll all go through the presentation again and talk about it point by point. And you all leave and I pack up. Okay, so today I'm going to be introducing my publishing company, which is BTB Press. And BTB Press started in 2008. Actually, it's quite difficult to say when something starts. I was listening to the radio the other day, and they said Kylie Minogue celebrates 25 years in the music industry this year. And I was wondering, where do you count that from? Do you count that from the release of the first song, or the signing of the first contract, or how do you have a date where you started in the music industry? Anyway, yeah, BTB, like I said before, stands for Back to Basics, and so we try and incorporate a Back to Basics philosophy in all of our books and our products, and I'll talk a little bit about that later. BTB started because I was producing materials for my own students, and I had part-time teachers working with me, and they said, we want to use these materials with our students, how can we get them? And I thought, well, you can't because it's just me producing them. But at the time, I had a couple of friends who were running a publishing company, and I talked to them, and I thought, well, maybe if they can do it, I can do it. So that's when I decided to start my own company. I'm going to have done that. And that. Okay, I've done that. Okay, so I'll talk a little bit about the back to basics philosophy. There are four main points to the back to basics philosophy. The first one is that you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. And what this essentially means is that when something new comes along, don't automatically throw out everything that went before just because it's no longer in fashion. This is based on a paper I read written by, I don't know, I can't remember, but some guy in the 1980s wrote this paper about the communicative approach, and he was very much against it, and he wrote this metaphor about the baby in the bathwater. Anyway, the second point is MSR. Does anybody know what that stands for? Well done, well done. Yes, it does. It stands for mastery of a specified range. I think I need to define that to tell you what it means. It actually means that you have to make sure that students have achievable goals and make sure that they reach them. That's the key point of the MSR idea. The third point is producing textbooks that teach. That's what we should do. We should all... So basically what that means is good textbooks should be just as useful for self-study as for classroom lessons, and they need to teach the language, not just facilitate. So that's the idea of textbooks that teach. And the fourth is the Chappelle method, and that's just learning a foreign language requires anything. Okay, I want to show you some of the key, just tell you the story of my company a little bit and how it's grown over the years. And I'm going to go through some key elements of publishing, which I'm sure you'll be familiar with, and just explain how my company's grown. The first one I want to look at is sales redemption figures, which I think, as you all know, is one of the key measures of the success of a publishing company. And, sorry. Okay, so I've added a trend line that shows you how the trend is increasing, and obviously you can see that's going from 17 to 96, so that's really good. We don't have figures for 2012. I've added this is a polynomial that will help you. No, it's useful. It's to help you understand the trend. Okay, this second one is the print to publish ratio. Now this has been a bit tricky for my company. I think a lot of other companies also have problems with this. But anyway, it's gone down on that, as you can see. So, the sales category, this has kind of been quite steady over the 3 years that we've been in business. Expenditure access, a very, very important thing, and this has been coming down, and that's great. Author royalty dividend. Now, as a publishing company, obviously you don't want that to be going up, but unfortunately it's already at 100, so I have to do something about that. And productivity development, which I can't remember what that means, but it's good if it's low, and it's low now, so that's good. So I think that gives you a clear picture of the way that BTB has developed as a company over the last 4 years. Okay, now I want to introduce my books, all the books of my company, and there they are. Okay, and the first one I want to talk about is a book called English Conversations 1, and it's by David Barker. I'd like to explain what this book basically is. So, English Conversations 1 teaches students how to understand and answer the questions that they will typically be asked when they meet someone for the first time. Students are shown examples of realistic conversations and then asked to write similar ones using their own information. The dialogues are accompanied by explanations of key linguistic and pragmatic points. Each unit includes exercises for listening and pronunciation, and a series of reading text explains important concepts that students need to understand in order to become successful language learners. The Japanese and English editions of the book have identical content and pagination, and the only difference is that all instructions and explanations in the Japanese edition are given in the student's language. He's not a plant, by the way. Oh yeah, I want to show you a video, so just hang on a second. Hang on a sec, I've lost it. There it is. This is a video of me interviewing students who have used the book. and I think this will give you a good idea of what can be achieved. I'm sorry, the sound's a bit low, but you might be able to pick up bits of it. So I think you can see how she... Yeah, that's not a good one. Let me show you another one. There's a better one, hang on. Oh, she's really good. Watch this one. Actually, the sound's not very good, is it? Let's get... Okay, we'll get rid of that. But anyway, if you want to know about that, I'll tell you later. So, hang on a second. Okay, actually, I've just bought one of these remote control things for the thing. I've never used it before, but I'll try it. Okay, the second book I want to tell you about is a book called Read to Write. Now, this is one of my favourite books. It was written by me and a colleague, Douglas Moore. And the idea of Read to Write is that you show the students the kind of things that you want them to write. And oh, sorry, hang on. Wait a second. That's it. Okay. So Read to Write. Okay, Read to Write is a book of reformulated student writing. We took lots and lots of examples of student writing, and we corrected it, and we give them lots and lots of models, and they base their writing on that. And I've just realised I'm running out of time, so I'm going to have to skip forward a little bit. Oh, hang on, I want you to see that one. Oh, that one. Yeah, these are my two. These are the books that I'm kind of most proud of. This is called the A to Z of English Errors, and there's a Japanese version and an English version. So if you're interested, please come and have a look at that. And that's my website. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell you at the beginning. You don't need to take notes on this because I've put all the notes on my blog, which is on my website. So if you go to the website, you can get all the notes. I'm going to try and video and put it on the website, but we're not sure if that will work. So thank you for listening. And over to you. Please compare notes for about 10 minutes and then we'll come back and look at it together.